Hey everybody, it is Thursday night and I've got a little sidekick here. I got a little Grizz because I've been out doing some sourcing and she was being real whiny that I wasn't hanging out with her. So we'll see how long she can last. She's a little bit needy. She tends to want to paw at me and whimper to get more pets, but she is pretty much the cutest dog ever. She's my little rescue pup. She's real sweet. I'm just gonna sit right here and see. Now that I've given her attention, she's probably gonna start like bossing me around. Now she's pushing on me, making me pet her. Anyway, so I was out sourcing a little bit earlier today. I found some stuff that I'll be showing on the Sunday Live Haul show, but I didn't really have enough action happening, so that video will not come out until tomorrow, Friday, because Victoria and I will be going out tomorrow morning to do some garage sales, yard sales around the Vegas area. So hopefully we're gonna find some more stuff, and so you should be able to see that video tomorrow. But tonight what I'm doing a special video. I'm gonna be doing another unboxing video. Now what happened was I was contacted by someone that's been watching my channel. Her name is Jessica. I believe her last name is pronounced Aguero? Aguero, sorry, Aguero. And Jessica she's in Naples, Florida. I have no idea where Naples, Florida is. I've never been to Florida. But according to Vicky, it's apparently some sort of retirement-like community. Apparently, Jessica says that there's like amazing sourcing going on there. So she has been selling full-time for the last 4 months. I'm not sure how long before that. She may have told me. I may have like just a really bad memory, but I know for the last 4 months she's been doing it full-time. She primarily does Poshmark. I don't do Poshmark at all. I don't really know a whole lot about it. I know that I think women's clothing does better there. I know there's a whole process of like sharing with other people, and there's more of a interactive social media kind of aspect to it than something like eBay. But anyway, so she has a Poshmark closet called Rock the Posh. And anyway, she had been watching some of my videos and she contacted me because she had a whole bunch of extra like t-shirts and like vintage t-shirts and stuff like that laying around. And she's been really focusing on Poshmark and doing really well on there, but she's found that like vintage t-shirts and like men's stuff doesn't do as well. And so she hasn't really been bothering to put that stuff up. And so she had them all laying around. She saw that I've been talking a lot about vintage t-shirts, just t-shirts in general. So she thought I could use them. So she sent them to me because she's awesome. And so first of all, I want to say, Jessica, I super appreciate you sending me t-shirts. And of course, I figure I might as well take advantage of the fact that I have a box of stuff. I have no idea what's in it. I just know there's t-shirts. So I might as well do an unboxing video. I have not even cut the box open. I have no idea what I'm gonna find. I didn't pay anything for any of this. I have no expectations for what it is. I'm sure there'll be some fun stuff in there, so I'm just excited to kind of go through it. I figured I'd share it with all of you guys. And again, Jessica, I really appreciate you sending this stuff to me. I'm pretty stoked and excited to check it out. And you guys, again, I don't know anything about Poshmark. I don't know how it works, anything, but I did go and look at Jessica's closet, as they call them. And from what I could tell, it looks really cool. Her pictures look awesome. It looks like I can tell, you know, I don't sell women's clothing, but you've got some men's stuff there, some women's, and I can tell that you have a pretty good eye for what to source as far as brands and stuff like that. And your pictures are awesome. Like, it really looks really nice. So I say good job on that. Anyway, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna open up this box. We're gonna go through it and see what we got going on here. And hopefully Grizz, oh, she's, I can't do this if you're doing that to me the whole time. Grizz is gonna help me out apparently. All right, let's bust this box open and see what we have. It's kind of early evening here in Vegas. The sun is starting to go down a little bit. It's bright in my eyeballs, but all right, now Grizz is going to find Victoria because she realized that I am not gonna be able to give her the pets that she requires. She's a smart dog, so she's gonna move on to the next person in hopes that she can get some love. Now she's staring at me, trying to make me feel guilty, but it's not gonna work. All right, so I'm gonna bust into this. Is very well taped up here, guys. I'm gonna bust into this. Yeah. Hopefully I don't cut anything that I'm not supposed to cut. All right, ooh, we got a nice little card here on top. I'll look at it real quick and may or may not read it, I don't know. Very nice, a little thank you card. Very cool. I mean, I didn't really do anything other than make some videos, but I appreciate it. This is very, very sweet. And yeah, very, very cool. So she says, thank you so much for taking these awesome finds. So very, very cool. Appreciate it, appreciate it. All right, let's bust into this. We got some tissue paper on top. Some more tissue paper. All right. Oh, sweet. So we got some new with tag stuff. So this one is an Everlast. Is this a t-shirt or sweatshirt? It's like a really, oh, it's like a workout sweat, which I don't know why muscle men dudes, like when they're working, why would you want to wear a sweatshirt? But it's like one of those like kind of retro looking. I don't know if this is actually vintage or not, but it is new with tags. Actually looks like it could be like 90s. Nope, .com. I mean, maybe late 90s, but probably not. But it's kind of like that retro look, and it's made in Turkey. Kind of like that retro, like Arnold Schwarzenegger probably would have been like working out, or like Lou Ferrigno back in like the 80s. They would have been wearing their sweet Everlast sleeveless sweatshirt or short sleeve sweatshirt. Weird. Love it, love it. I've sold an Everlast jacket before for quite a bit, so it's a decent brand. All right, Jet Lag Club. What is this? This is very interesting. This is like a super thick, heavy t-shirt, and it says, it's got like a jet on the back. It's got English. It says, I am a crew member of an airline. I do not speak your language. Misfortune, excessive consumption of alcoholic beverages, and jet lag forces me to seek your assistance in obtaining food, shelter, and protection. I don't know what this is. Please take me to someone who will provide for my safety and see that I am returned to my crew. My colleagues will reward you. And then the same thing, I'm assuming, is in Japanese at the bottom. So guys, I have no idea what this is, but this is pretty funny. It's like a really thick material too, so I like it. I like it. All right, let's see, what is this? This looks like a Disney shirt. What is the deal with this? This is like a reverse print. What is the deal? Oh, this is Neff. This is a, so Neff is like it's like a streetwear brand. It's probably like mid-level streetwear brand, whereas, you know, something like Supreme is like way up, like Grail level, where they sell t-shirts for like hundreds of dollars. Neff is like a pretty popular brand, but this is a crossover collaboration with Disney and Neff, which I didn't know that they did, but it's a really interesting reverse print. And if you don't know what a reverse print is, they do it a lot of times with like Hawaiian shirts and stuff like that. And so, I mean, assuming that's what it's called, right? I'll ask my colleague on the side, Vicky. Reverse, you call it reverse print, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so basically if you turn this t-shirt inside out, I don't think I've seen it before on a t-shirt.
I haven't either.
But I see it a lot on Hawaiian shirts. So if you turn this inside out, you can see the actual graphic, but the words are backwards because it is a reverse print. This is new with tags. Very, very cool. I like this. It's very interesting that Neff did a collaboration with Disney. So yeah, I mean, they're both popular brands. So that's a pretty cool shirt. Yeah, you can see it through the shirt. Very, very cool. I like that. I've never seen that before. I guess in Florida you might find lots of interesting like Disney stuff, kind of like in California, since you got Disney World over there. All right, this t-shirt, I don't know what this is, but I like it. Josh Blue. I'm wondering if, see, he's a comedian. It's actually signed by Josh Blue, so apparently that's cool. I don't know.
He's a really funny comedian with cerebral palsy.
Okay. And the shirt on the front, it says inappropriate, which I'm guessing maybe that's something that he says. I personally like to say inappropriate. I just commented on my sister's Facebook post today with the words, that is inappropriate. So, not a vintage shirt, but it's cool, and it's got his signature on it, and I think it's funny. So, I don't know, I'll have to go like watch some of his comedy, and who knows, maybe I'll think he's hilarious, and I'll need to keep the shirt for myself. All right. Now we have, oh, this is a little Star Wars t-shirt. I think this is funny. This is kind of like a mashup of Star Wars and Lion King. All right, you got, what's his name, Boba Fett. Is that actually like Boba Fett as a child or whatever, his dad? Anyway, so it's like the Lion King, like Ah, it's a opinion. I don't know how it goes anyway, but that's pretty fun. I like it. Let's see. This next one, Newport Blue. Oh, this is a cool one. This is a car shirt. So a lot of times these car shirts, these can do pretty well. This is for a Ford Cobra. So I don't know when the Ford Cobra came out. Isn't that like an 80s car or something like that? So this is not an 80s shirt. This is, one thing to know is if you ever see a shirt or any clothing where the tag is actually printed on the material, that is a dead giveaway that it's not vintage. So this is kind of like, you know, a retro Ford Cobra t-shirt. I like it, it's cool. People like car stuff. I don't know why, but they do. All right, now this is Kid Robot. Now Kid Robot, isn't that like a kid's show or something like that? It's like kind of like an anime, but it's for kids. I don't know. This is where there's somebody out there who knows a lot more than me and they're like, how can you not know this? But this looks like a Kid Robot branded t-shirt. It is made in the US, but I'm assuming it's a more recent television show. But sometimes some of these higher quality clothing brands will still have their stuff made in the US, but it has like this is very common in like higher quality clothing, like t-shirts and stuff, where they'll have like this funky little tag down at the bottom. And this actually says that it is a limited edition. So I'll have to do a little research into this and find out what exactly it is. It says designed with love by Kid Robot. Yeah, so I don't know anything about this particular t-shirt or this show, which I'm assuming it's from, but that's cool. Some hardcore fan would probably be really into that. All right, here's another New with Tags t-shirt. So this is Peanuts, and it is a Peanuts brand t-shirt. It's got the tag on it and everything. Now, if you remember, if you watched my other video, unboxing video, where we went through t-shirts, the tag on this says made in Mexico of US fabric. So that means it's most likely, I would say this is most likely a late 90s. So you could call this a vintage 90s t-shirt. And this particular one is with tags. And so with vintage t-shirts, you wouldn't necessarily say new with tags. I mean, you would categorize it as new with tags, but one of the keywords you want to use is you can say dead stock or new old stock. And that basically means it's older, it's vintage, but it still has its tags. And so this is a cool Peanuts t-shirt. Looks like it's a 4th of July, leave that tag out of the way, 4th of July kind of patriotic Peanuts shirt. So that's pretty cool. I dig it, I dig it. All right, what we got? It looks like another patriotic shirt, guys. This is a Mark Echo Limit, you know, this is kind of like Echo Unlimited. What's the other thing that's part of that whole company?
Echo Red.
Echo Red, but it's also associated with
Cut and Sew.
Cut and Sew. She's just gonna keep listing stuff. It's not gonna be what I say, but it's like, or what I'm thinking, but apparently they are all connected. No, I'm thinking of what's the really like popular, it's not really in fashion anymore.
Just Echo LTD.
All right, I'll think of it, guys, because I know
More of the sportswear.
I know she is correct, but I'm also thinking of something else and I just can't think of it. So anyway, this is a Mark Echo. Now, so some of the stuff, like, it doesn't sell as well anymore, but some of it still does go for a decent amount. Like some of the Echo Unlimited, like track jackets and stuff like that, they have like a lot of embroidery and like big graphics. They'll do pretty well.
The Mark Echo styles those are still very fashionable. That's fine. That's not the same type of like urban streetwear as Echo Unlimited.
No, I know, but they're all connected as in they come from the same like parent company and stuff like that. And so a lot of them were more popular, I would say 7 years ago, 5 years ago, like super popular, and they're kind of falling away a little bit, but there's a lot of people out there that are still stuck to the brand. And this one is a new with tags as well. Very, very cool. Patriotic, like I said, it's a really nice thin, like that thin soft t-shirt material, so I should be able to sell it pretty well, especially around 4th of July. All right, we've got some more Disney. This is new with tags. All right, I'm gonna ask the disembodied voice off screen. Mickey Inc., made in Singapore. Is that vintage?
Yep.
So usually I would look at it and say like made in the US. This says made in Singapore. This is Walt Disney World. a Tigger shirt. It's actually new with tags, so this would be vintage 90s, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
So very cool, and nice big sizes too, Jessica. You sent me like a lot of like, well, yeah, that's another way you know that it's like vintage. This is a size large, and it's like huge because like the style when this came out was like oversized clothing. So nowadays, like a large would be much smaller than this. This is really more like a 2XL, I would think. But anyway, very cool, very cool. All right, we got ourselves a Budweiser shirt. This is like that sporty, active material, like
dry fit.
like kind of the dry fit stuff. It's almost like you're kind of like the producer of my unboxing videos. Like you'll kind of hang out over there, make sure everything's going okay, answer any questions I might have, do your funny Bert and Ernie laugh, which is my favorite. Anyway, so this is a Budweiser shirt. Again, not vintage, but Budweiser brand is very popular, and it's like a little active shirt. And these ones do pretty well, I think. Grizz, you better not be getting in any trouble. Grizz, get up here. Get up here. She says no thank you. She says I cared about you once, but no longer. Or maybe she's gonna come around this way. What's up? All right, we got another Budweiser shirt. So that's nice because I can take a picture of one and do a listing and just do 2 quantity. I think they're both the same size. And next we have, this is an Under Armour, which is a very popular brand. This is Support the Troops. Stuff like this always sells pretty decently. And again, Under Armour's a good brand. I don't usually pick it up. I have a slight aversion to it because I'm more of an Adidas, Nike person. I just don't really like the brand that much, but I have bought some things and I have sold them. I think the most recent thing I sold was a new with tags Under Armour jacket, and it sold really, really well. So that should do just fine. And plus, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Basically what's gonna happen is I'm gonna cherry pick the stuff that I really like from this box of stuff, and then the rest of it I'm gonna give to Vicky and let her list it. So I don't have to do the work. Does that sound accurate?
Fairly accurate.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway, all right, next we have, ooh, a Milwaukee t-shirt. So Milwaukee is a power tool brand. They do a lot of like drills and saws and stuff like that. This is ridiculous. What studs prefer pneumatics? I don't know. Anyway, people like, dudes like their power tools and whatnot. That looks like it is actually a nail gun. I've done a little bit of building myself. My dad has a construction company, so anyway, there's a XL. That is not vintage, but it looks like it's potentially new. It doesn't have tags though. All right, next we have, what is this? This is a NASCAR t-shirt. So it's 2003, so not quite vintage, but it's getting there because we're getting old, guys. This is a NASCAR Winston Cup Series victory lap. Now this shirt, it's not vintage, but I would potentially, if the price were right, if I were out thrifting, I would potentially actually pick this one up myself because the NASCAR stuff does pretty decently, and this one has a giant bald eagle on it, and it is also double-sided with the bald eagle, and this kind of stuff actually does pretty decently. You know, you could probably do 20-25 bucks for this one. I haven't really been talking about the prices on any of these, but I would say most of them would be around 20-25, other than the couple of vintage ones. There might be a little bit more. All right, this one is a Sky vodka shirt that says just add vodka. Not vintage, but this is it looks like new with tags. So this is a new shirt. Where are you getting all these brand new shirts from, Jessica? All right. Apparently the shopping in Naples is really, really good, so. Senior Frogs, Playa del Carmen. Senior Frogs motorcycles. Now here's the thing about something like this. It's new with tags, very cool. I don't really know anything about Senior Frogs. It does Senior Frogs. It does have the printed tag on the back, so you definitely know it's not vintage. But here's the thing. So first of all, it's motorcycles. Motorcycles are popular. Second of all, frogs are kind of one of those animals that people are weird about. Like there's people who like collect all frog things, and like, you know, there's just different things. Like my mom collects stuff with cows on them. Victoria's all about peacocks. Frogs is kind of one of those common ones that there are people who are like crazy about frogs. So when you get a combination of frog and a motorcycle, that just kind of like it doubles you up right there. But yeah, this is, ooh, in Mexican money, this is $269, so pretty good score. Anyway, all right, very cool. And that one is a size, this is a big one. All kinds of good sizes here. Looks like an XL. All right, next, we've got another Disney shirt. This one is from the Disney Cruise Line, Castaway Cay, Bahamas, and it's got like a cute picture of Mickey Mouse on the front of it, kicking it on an island somewhere, having a good time. This is Disney Cruise Line again. I don't know how well Disney Cruise Line t-shirts sell. This is a 2XL, so it's a really good size. It is new with tags, so that only adds to it. So yeah, I'll just have to see. Again, I'm just opening this for the first time, so I haven't done any research on any of these, no clue. But people do love Disney.
But wait, there's more.
Oh yes, there is more. Somebody's speaking from the clouds. All right, this is 2004 World Series champions. What are you saying?
I might be claiming that one.
You might be claiming this one? World Series, Boston Red Sox. I haven't seen the back yet, so why are you claiming this one? Just because it's Boston?
Because that's a great shirt and it looks like it's my size, and I'm a New England girl, and yeah.
It's true, she is a New England girl. So apparently she has decided that she's into baseball in the World Series.
I watched those games. That was a
She says, I watched those games.
Record-breaking World Series, dude, it was huge.
Dude, it was huge is what she said. Every once in a while she likes to pretend like she's into the sports.
I can fake sportsing.
She says she can fake sportsing, especially when you have a cool t-shirt like this. All right, it sounds like this shirt will not be sold. 2004 World Series champions, and so that one will be going, and it is, yeah, it's definitely, this will be perfect size for you, so there you go. All right, I guess you should have waited a little bit, because now we got another one. I don't know if you would have preferred this one, or if now you're gonna say you want both, but this is another World Series 2004 champions, Boston Red Sox. Looks like this is the same size, so did you want this one as well? She says yes. So that's two I won't be selling. All right, now we've got, this looks like a surfing t-shirt, not vintage, but this is a hang loose Hawaii. And actually I'd say this is a little bit retro, because in the 90s it was like these kind of like shirts with like Hawaiian surfing kind of hang loose kind of stuff was very popular, so it's a little bit of like a retro throwback to that. Very cool. I don't think that one was new, but it looks in pretty good shape. This is a UFC t-shirt. UFC, Ultimate Fighting Championships, I don't know. Ultimate Fighting Championship, that's what UFC stands for. Sorry guys, I'm not into the fighting. But this is, yeah, just a basic gray t-shirt. Okay, next we have a Majestic t-shirt. Majestic does a lot of like sports clothing, like jackets and stuff like that. This is Kansas City Chiefs. It's a very heavy t-shirt. This is probably like late 90s, mid-late 90s, made in Mexico, extra large. So this is a nice little sportsing t-shirt. And we got a couple more here, guys. Couple more. What is this? What is this? This is not a t-shirt. This is a button-down shirt. Ooh, it's a Dickies work shirt. This is pretty cool, guys. It's got all kinds of stuff on it. It says, I don't know what this is. It says Chariots of Kings. So I don't know what that is, but it's kind of a cool graphic on the back of it. This is a kind of like a work shirt, long sleeve button-down work shirt. And it also has the graphic right there. I don't really know what Chariot of Kings is, so I'll have to check that out. I don't know if it's a business, a club, or what it is, but this is actually, you know, Dickies stuff like this does pretty well, and this is a really nice, heavy kind of work shirt. Like I do a lot of like mechanic jackets I'll get with the Dickies brand, and like short sleeve shirts. This is like a nice heavy long sleeve, and that graphic on the back is pretty cool. I actually really dig this. This might be my favorite thing that's in here. Oh, and there might be a second one of the same thing. Does this one have anything on it? Yeah, it says the same thing. So look, exact same thing. And these feel like they might be brand new. They don't really feel like they've been worn or washed before. And they're both like a really nice size, extra large. So again, I'm gonna have to do some research and find out what this Chariot of Kings is, because
Chariots.
No, is it Chariots? Sorry, Chariots of Kings. Thank you, Madam Producer.
It's a car dealership.
It's a car dealership. So is it like a certain kind of cars, or?
It's a car dealership in Florida.
Interesting. Well, I think they've got pretty cool swag for their car dealership. All right, so that is it, guys. So a lot of really cool stuff. Thank you again, Jessica, for sending this to me. I think I'm most excited about these shirts, actually. I just think they look kind of cool. And you know, yeah, it's a car dealership in Florida, but Chariots of Kings sounds cool and it looks cool. So I'm sure there's somebody out there who's just gonna like the way the graphic looks and they're just gonna buy it. They're not even gonna know what it is. So I actually think these are super cool. I like a few of the vintage t-shirts that are in there. Probably a lot of the non-vintage ones I might pass on to Vicky to put up so she can sell them, and then she can buy me nice things with the money that she makes. But again, Jessica, I really appreciate you sending that out to me. And listen, guys, you should go check out her. Okay, now we got little sounds over here because Grizz is trying desperately to jump into Vicky's lap. Anyway, Grizz, you're being very loud. You and your toenails. Anyway, so if you haven't had a chance to click on the link below, I'm gonna have it down below in the description, to Jessica's Poshmark closet, which is called Rock the Posh. I think it's at Rock the Posh, but I'll have the link down below. And please make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already, and click on the little bell icon so that you do get notifications whenever I do put up new stuff. And let's see, if you are not in the Boss Facebook group, please join the Boss Facebook group. That's also down below. And just keep on working, getting stuff done. Be good to each other, be good to yourself, and boss up.